이번에 들어온 신입사원이죠.
네?
앞으로 잘 부탁해요.
Kim Hye Jun may not yet be one of the most widely recognized Korean actresses internationally, but her acting journey is certainly worth following. Over the years, she has taken on remarkably different characters. From a ruthless queen in a historical zombie thriller, to a young woman caught in a family mystery, a mysterious character in a supernatural thriller, and a survivor forced to fight for her life. So, let's take a closer look at Kim Hye Jun's journey. From the unforgettable Queen Cho of Kingdom to her newest role as an ordinary fangirl caught in an unexpected office romance. One Kingdom. Let's begin with the drama that brought Kim Hye Jun much wider attention, Kingdom. The Netflix series first premiered in 2019 and stars Jung Ji-an, Bae Doona, Ryu Sung-ryong, and Kim Hye Jun. Combining historical drama, political intrigue, and zombie horror, Kingdom presents the Joseon era in a way that feels completely different from traditional Korean historical dramas. The story begins when rumors surrounding the king's mysterious illness and possible death spread throughout the kingdom. Crown Prince Lee Chong becomes determined to uncover the truth, only to discover a terrifying plague that threatens to consume the entire country. At the center of the political conflict is Queen Cho, played by Kim Hye Jun, a woman whose powerful family is determined to maintain control over the throne. Queen Cho is far from the typical sympathetic heroine. She is ambitious, calculating, and constantly surrounded by political danger. Kim Hye Jun's controlled expressions and intimidating presence make the character especially memorable. Kingdom became an important turning point in her career, proving that she could command attention even in a large-scale production filled with established actors. Two Chip In. After Kingdom, Kim Hye Jun took on a very different role in Chip In, a 2020 mystery drama. She stars as Yoo Bit-na, the only daughter of a famous painter. The drama also features Oh Na-rae, Kim Young-young, Na Moon-chul, and an ensemble of characters who all have their own reasons for being involved with the wealthy family. The story begins when Bit-na's father, a successful painter, is found dead inside his luxurious home. What makes the situation even more suspicious is that almost everyone around him has a possible motive involving his fortune. As the secrets of the family begin to surface, Bit-na finds herself caught in the middle and has to figure out who she can actually trust. Bit-na is interesting because she is not driven by the same greed and ambition surrounding her. Instead, she becomes an unlikely investigator in a family full of secrets. Kim Hye Jun brings a more natural and approachable side to the character, making Bit-na feel very different from Queen Cho. Chip In is also a good example of how Kim Hye Jun continued to expand beyond the historical and fantasy genres. Three Dr. Romantic. Before taking on some of her better-known roles, Kim Hye Jun appeared in Dr. Romantic, one of Korea's popular medical drama series. The original series starred Han Suk-kyu, Yoo Yun-suk, and Seo Hyun-jin, while Kim Hye Jun played Jang Hyun-ju. She later returned briefly to the franchise in Dr. Romantic 3. The story revolves around Doldum Hospital and the legendary surgeon Kim Sabi-yu. Unlike the glamorous hospitals of many medical dramas, Doldum is a relatively modest hospital where doctors are forced to deal with difficult cases, personal conflicts, and the real meaning of being a doctor. Jang Hyun-ju appears in the early part of the story and has an important emotional connection to one of the central characters. Although Kim Hye Jun's role is much smaller here than in her later projects, Dr. Romantic remains an interesting part of her career because it shows how gradually she built her experience. She did not immediately begin with major leading roles. Instead, she moved through smaller and supporting characters before eventually taking on roles that would make her much more recognizable. Four Connect. In 2022, Kim Hye Jun entered a much darker world with Connect, a Disney Plus supernatural thriller starring Jung Hae-in, Go Kyung-pyo, and Kim Hye Jun. The series combines mystery, horror, and supernatural elements, creating a strange and unsettling story about a mysterious ability known as Connect. Jung Hae-in plays Ha Dong-soo, a man with a mysterious ability that allows him to remain connected to another person even after losing part of his body. When his stolen body part ends up with a serial killer, Dong-soo becomes able to see what the killer sees. As he searches for the truth, he encounters Choi Irang, played by Kim Hye Jun, a mysterious woman who knows more about the strange world surrounding Connect. Irang gives Kim Hye Jun another opportunity to step away from conventional characters. She is mysterious, unpredictable, and closely connected to the central mystery. Connect also demonstrates her willingness to explore darker and more experimental material. After historical drama, family mystery, and medical drama, she was now entering the world of supernatural thriller. 5. A Shop for Killers. Then came one of Kim Hye Jun's most recognizable roles, A Shop for Killers. Released in 2024, the Disney Plus action thriller stars Kim Hye Jun alongside Lee Dong-wook. Based on the novel The Murderer's Shopping Mall, the series combines action, mystery, survival, and family secrets. Kim Hye Jun plays Jung Ji-an, a young woman who loses her parents and is raised by her mysterious uncle, Jung Ji-an, played by Lee Dong-wook. After Ji-an suddenly dies, Ji-an discovers that the strange business he left behind is connected to a dangerous world of killers and weapons. Before she can understand what is happening, she becomes a target herself and is forced to fight for survival. Ji-an is particularly interesting because she doesn't begin as an action hero. She is an ordinary young woman who suddenly finds herself surrounded by extraordinary danger. Kim Hye Jun successfully captures Ji-an's fear, confusion, determination, and growing confidence. The role showed another side of her acting ability and helped establish her as an actress capable of carrying action and survival scenes. 6. Cashero. In 2025, Kim Hye Jun moved into an entirely different genre with Cashero, a Netflix superhero series starring Lee Jun-ho, Kim Hye Jun, and Kim Byung-chul. Instead of presenting superheroes in the usual dramatic style, the series combines superpowers with comedy, everyday problems, and financial struggles. Lee Jun-ho plays Kang Sang-eung, an ordinary man who suddenly gains superhuman strength. But there is a bizarre catch. Every time he uses his power, he loses money. Kim Hye Jun plays Kim Min Sook, Sang-eung's longtime girlfriend, who is practical and financially responsible. For her, having a boyfriend with superpowers isn't necessarily a dream come true, especially when using those powers can literally empty his wallet. Min Sook gives Kim Hye Jun the chance to show a much lighter and more playful side. She is practical, caring, and often the voice of reason whenever Sang-eung gets carried away. After the darkness of A Shop for Killers, Cashero showed that Kim Hye Jun could comfortably move into comedy, romance, and superhero fantasy without losing her natural charm. 7. My Bias, My Boss. And finally, we arrive at Kim Hye Jun's newest drama, My Bias, My Boss. The TVN romantic comedy premiered in August 2026 and stars Kim Hye Jun alongside Kang Hoon and Cha Woo-min. Kim Hye Jun plays Da-reum, a devoted fan who makes a major career decision simply for the chance to work alongside her favorite idol, Lee Chan. Da-reum has been a longtime fan of idol Lee Chan, played by Cha Woo-min. She leaves her previous job and joins fashion startup Apello, where she expects to finally be close to her idol. But instead of getting the perfect fangirl experience she imagined, she finds herself dealing with the company's CEO, Kang Ho-ji-ai, played by Kang Hoon. What begins as a dream of working beside her idol soon turns into an unexpected romantic situation involving her boss. This role shows yet another side of Kim Hye Jun. After playing a ruthless queen, a mysterious young woman, a supernatural character, a survivalist, and the girlfriend of a superhero, she now gets to be an ordinary fangirl caught in a complicated workplace romance. My Bias, My Boss feels lighter and more playful, making it an interesting new chapter in her acting journey. From Kingdom to My Bias, My Boss, Kim Hye Jun's career shows just how much an actress can grow by constantly exploring different characters. She has played a powerful queen, a young woman surrounded by family secrets, a mysterious figure in a supernatural thriller, a survivor fighting for her life, and even a practical girlfriend dealing with a boyfriend's unusual superpowers. What makes her journey especially interesting is not simply the number of dramas she has appeared in, but the variety of genres she has explored. Historical drama, mystery, medical drama, supernatural thriller, action, superhero comedy, and romantic comedy, Kim Hye Jun has continued to move from one world to another. And perhaps these 7 dramas are only another chapter in her story. With every new role, she shows us a different side of her acting, leaving us wondering what kind of character she will take on next. So, which Kim Hye Jun drama is your favorite? Is it Queen Cho in Kingdom, Jung Ji-an in A Shop for Killers, Min Sook in Cashero, or her newest character, Da-reum in My Bias, My Boss? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next journey through the world of Korean dramas.
Like a beautiful spring.